All right, I want to talk about the incident that happened in Abia State, or here to be precise, the killing of the soldiers and burning up their vehicle, and what is going on in that particular state and happening there. I just want to say that it is very bad for soldiers to be killed in that manner. Despite where they're from, despite whatever the case may be, the human being is human being. No matter what the human being is doing, as long as the person has not killed anybody yet, to kill people in that light is not nice. And also, I want to plea on behalf of the Igbos. I want to talk to the Igbos for a minute. The Igbos are a Christian tribe. Igbos, I think 95% or even almost 100% of the Igbos are all Christians. Southeast as a region is a Christian region. In fact, all of them, all the states in that area is Christians majorly. And Christian faith, a Christian person should know that the Christian faith is about forgiveness. The Igbos are bereaved. The Igbos are angry about the Biafran war. The Igbos are angry about their fallen heroes. I'm an Igbo man myself. Nobody is going to say it is not painful. Nobody is going to say it didn't happen. It happened. People died, and things have happened. And this is over 50 years we're talking about here. The Nigerian government have moved on. They have done as if nothing happened. They are overlooking it as if it has no effect. Some people have hidden it. They don't want people to know about it. It's one of the history that Nigeria don't want to bring up. Or the president have overlooked it. Igbos are being marginalized. We know. But Igbos chose to be Christians, right? The Muslims, Northerners chose to be Muslims. I don't know how it happened, but the Igbos chose to be Christians. That's what has been working for them, and that's what they have been using for years, But the Christian faith is a faith of forgiveness. The whole idea of Christianity is forgiveness. That's why Jesus Christ came. That is why we are going to church. That is why we are doing whatever we are doing, is to forgive people. If you are an Igbo person and you said you are a Christian, we should learn to forgive Nigeria. We should learn to forgive Ogowon and the people that fought the Biafran war and killed people, and move on with our lives. Because if you don't forgive, we can't move forward. You get my point? This is the problem I see with the Igbos. Igbos have succeeded in many ways. They are succeeding even as I speak. In every way they find themselves, they succeed. It is God. God is helping the Igbos. An Igbo man should begin to realize that God is with him. But the moment you begin to be unforgiving, the moment you keep remembering things that happened before you were born, you are going to pass it on to the next generation. Is this how we're going to end up all our lives? Talking about Biafran war, things have moved on. I'm not saying it didn't happen. I'm not saying we should just sweep it under the carpet. The people we're working with have refused blatantly. They have refused to pay attention to that direction. They have refused to talk about it. In fact, they see it as as slaves. But the faith we have found ourselves in, we have to forgive them and move on. We are not slaves. The way we live in Nigeria, we are not slaves. Igbos are allowed to build house anywhere. Igbos are allowed to do business anywhere. Igbos are allowed to marry any person they want to marry. Igbos are allowed to be governors in their state and have representatives in the federal system and all that. I know there's a lot of injustice going on against the Igbos. We know. Even the people doing it, they know that what they are doing to the Igbos are injustice. They know that what they are doing to the Igbos are not right. Everybody knows the truth. I know if I come to social media, this person, people will begin to lambast me. They begin to talk about me. They begin to cast. But I'm talking to the Igbos. And they are the ones who are going to mock and going to cast me now. But I'm trying to put in an input that may be helpful to us. It's time for us to move on. It's time for us to move on. What I mean move on, it's not about Biafra. I'm talking about let us blend in. Let us coexist in Nigeria. Let us compete with Nigerians. Let us fight together to be the better nation and move on. Let's forget about what happened in 1967 or 1970, and we are still killing people. Now, that thing that happened in Abana, about here, the people that are paying the prices now are innocent people. I am seeing videos of how the armies have taken siege of the area, arresting small children, arresting girls that didn't do anything. You get the point? The people that are doing these things should know that the Nigerian government are not interested. The people that are in power right now are not paying attention. That is how the devil has used it. That's how the devil have put it. But are we going to be succumbing to the devil's will all the time? Now they kill 3 soldiers. Probably at the end of the day, 50 people will die or more from that region. And most times, the innocent ones. Is that what are we? Is that how a Christian should behave? Is that how a Christian should behave? As you call yourself a Christian, you're a Christian. Your call is to forgive. Your call is to forgive and forgive and forgive and forgive. If we cannot forgive, we cannot make progress. Although we're making progress, we would have done better. If Igbos will say, okay, let's forget about this Biafran war. It has happened. We are not the only country that fought war and lost. But let us move forward with our lives. Let us do other things with our lives. Let us blend in Nigeria. Let us just, even if it means leaving politics for them, no problem. Let us just do our business and move on with our lives. It will be helpful. As a matter of fact, a lot of Igbos don't really need Biafra. The Igbos that I know, this is Lagos, they don't really fancy the idea of Biafra. They can't go back to their region because of all these things happening. How can you tell a man that is living somewhere in Abuja, doing a business and is succeeding there peacefully and everything, to go back to Aba, where there is army and civilians killing each other? How can you tell a big man that is having investment in Lagos to close it down and go to East, or go to another state and go and be fighting with unknown gunmen? These are the things that we need to consider. We need to forgive and move forward. We need to forgive Nigerian soldiers. We need to forgive the Nigerian government. We need to put these things behind us and move on. This is over 50 years. People that fought this war, they are all gone. Now, people that are fighting this one now, they didn't even know what, they were not there when this war happened. And you are killing yourself. Your children is here. You're going to try and transfer it to your children. They will go and continue to be fighting the same thing. And this is continue and continue and continue while we lose out. Let us learn to forgive. As a Christian nation, as a Christian people, we must. We don't have a choice. We have to forgive and move forward. We must do it. For us to achieve the things we're looking out for in this world, we must forgive. It is a must. We don't have a choice. We have to forgive the Nigerian government. We have to overlook their excesses. We have to move on. This message is not going to go down well with a lot of people. This video is going to cause problem. This video is going to be something that people are going to say a lot of bad things about me. But the point is that think about it. How long are we going to fight this battle? We are fighting with people. We are fighting a deaf man who doesn't hear you, who doesn't hear the sound of bomb, who doesn't hear what you're saying. That's how Nigerian government has made it to be. Are you going to continue doing that with a deaf man? And if they change the government, another deaf person enters there. Deaf and deaf and deaf. You are shouting, you want freedom. They are not listening. They are not even paying attention to the region. All because of these things. Let the Igbos look at their strength, which is their manpower, their business power, their business sense, their lucrative lifestyle. That's where Igbos will focus on now. Leave Biafran war, leave the battles that we are fighting now, and we will make progress. Forgive and forget. Let's forgive the Nigerian people. Let's forgive the Nigerian soldiers. Let's just move on. It has happened, it has gone. We have to learn how to adjust ourselves. There's a saying that says, if you come to Rome, you behave like a Roman, which means we are in Nigeria. We should be able, because if God wanted this thing to happen, it won't be this hard. If God wanted this thing to play out, if this Biafra thing was going to happen, God will make it happen seamlessly. It won't be hard. Let's try and forgive. We will see that God will begin to work and begin to use us for good things. And that's all I have. Thank you and God bless you.